name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, as well as Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. We're syndicated there. You can also check out the podcast, and that's netnewsnetwork.net. Netnewsnetwork.net. We appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. You know, on the past show, we were talking about angel investors and how they can be beneficial. Got the upside and the downside to that. But let's talk a little bit more about how to start a business. I found this really neat article. It's in nerdwallet.com. Nerdwallet.com. That would be my favorite website, of course. How to start a business in 15 steps. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, lots of really good, juicy information right here. So step one, they say, is find the right opportunity. And that's absolutely right. I've been really, really blessed. Every single time we've started a business, it happened to be the right thing at the right time. And the first business I started a long, long time ago was called Donna's Designs. And I still have that business. And making jewelry and just, kind of artsy-like stuff, yard art, that kind of thing. So that's been going on since I was a kid, really. I started doing this when I was about 14 years old. Then I worked for a company, GTE, and decided to go on ahead and start an internet company. Now, this is during the dial-up days, okay? I'm talking like the really slow stuff. You remember that? Like, we started out with 4K. We got 56K baud modems, and we thought we were hot to trot because we had those. Now it's bigger than that, so you have your cable and all that kind of great internet services, really much quicker access. So then that was a good time. We sold that to Highway out of Huntsville. And then we went on ahead and started our own business called Choice Wireless. And so we were actually resellers of the Nextel phones. That was a good run too. So we owned that for several years. And so started the show, by the way, in 2005, The Edge. And that's been a fun run too. So I've just really been excited. I've always been blessed to have really good things. So if I can offer any kind of information about how to be a success, keep at it. There are going to be days you're going to wish you hadn't done this. I promise you there will be those days. But just keep at it. And if you got this little dream and something that you want to do, don't start off too big. Okay, a lot of folks I've seen go out of business because they started spending too much money, and they had to have the best desk, the best this, the best that. You can start out small ways, but let's go ahead and see what NerdWallet has to say about this. Find the right opportunity. What business should you start? Well, it really depends on your expertise. It's got to be something that you really enjoy. Plus, how much time and money you're able to invest, okay? Some small business ideas can be launched from home. Yeah, I would have launched this business right here, The Edge. I would have launched this from my home had we had the opportunities that we have now. So there are so many opportunities out there because of technology. If you're not sure what kind of business you'd like to run, use this list right here. And we're going to get into some of these. And so again, you can find this on nerdwallet.com, and there are several really, really good links. 50 best small business ideas, the 23 most profitable business ideas, home business ideas, 40 remote jobs to explore, 44 online business ideas that you can start right now. Okay, number two, you really must write a business plan. You've got to have it down in writing. So let's talk about that for a few minutes. I know you don't want to do the paperwork part of it, but it's really an integral part of it. You got to do it. Okay, so write a business plan. A strong business plan can help you prepare for every aspect of your business, because I promise you, when you want to go this way, something's going to happen. You're going to have to take a few steps back and then go at it again, plunge. But let me tell you what I've learned about having to take a few steps back. It actually gives you this effect of launching back and then really getting out there and getting the business going. So you have a few little drops, things happen along the way. That happens, gives you a little time to breathe. Sometimes we just need to do that anyway. Okay, let's say the documents in your business plan should include details of the products or services that you plan to offer, how your plan is to make money, who you need on your team, and more. You'll need a business plan to show it to potential investors and lenders in case you want to borrow some money. But the process of writing it will help you chart a course for your business too. So there is a link here, how to write a business plan, step by step. And then the best business plan software. So that's, you got that going for you too. Number 3, choose a business structure. And this is really important too, that the legal structure of your business can affect everything from your taxes to what you're liable for. You want to talk to Rhonda at Rhonda's Elite Tax Service. She's located in Boaz, wherever you're living. This is for our area in North Alabama. So, if you live in any other, there's always someone like a Rhonda. You want somebody to handle your taxes and do your books who's a conservative. I'm just telling you, even if you are a Democrat, you want a conservative. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a Republican. It could be somebody that's not really for either one, kind of like me. So you want to find somebody who's conservative because they're going to be very conservative with your money. And they're also going to be very conservative as to how you need to run your business, okay? And they're always going to be thinking what's lurking out there, what could be a red flag. The IRS is going to try to get money out of you. So you really need someone like that. Her name is Rhonda Bonds. Been using her services since 2013, since we moved here from Charlotte, North Carolina. Got to have somebody like that, okay? That's key. The best business plan software, we talked about that. Now, number 3, and this is important too, and this is choose a business structure. The legal structure of your business can affect everything from your taxes that we just mentioned, talking to a tax professional like Rhonda, and that can help you choose the right business structure for you. And you can change your structure as the business grows. Yeah, like sometimes you might want to do some add-ons to your business, which could actually bring more business to you. That's what it's all about, right? Okay, so links here. How to choose the right business structure, pros and cons of a limited liability company, LLC versus sole proprietorship. How do you choose? I've been sole proprietorship since since the 80s, 1980s. But just whatever works for you. Okay, number 4, you must get a federal ID tax number, and it's easy to do. So getting an employer identification number, EIN, is necessary for most businesses to file taxes, open bank accounts, and perform other essential tasks. The online application only takes a few minutes to do. So they put a link here, how to apply for an employer identification number. This is your federal identification number. Benefits of getting this, even if you don't have to. I went on ahead and did it. I feel like it's really opened a lot of doors for me on my business cards and everything I send out to my sponsors and to anybody thinking about doing any kind of business with me. I have my federal ID number that shows I'm legit, okay? Because there are crazy people in this world too, in the event that I'm in. So it just shows that you're a legitimate business person, and also in business since the 1980s. And so, that's pretty cool. Okay, now, number 5, you need to apply for licenses and permits. It's extremely, something. I live outside the city limits. Phil had a studio built for me on the farm. So I live outside of the city limits. However, I went on ahead and bought the city license anyway for the town I'm in. And I mean, I could have gotten by without paying that money, but to me, it shows more legitimacy, and so I'm proud to go on ahead and promote that and show everybody that I have a business license. So even if you don't have to, my suggestion is you go on ahead and do it, especially if you're in a small town, okay? Because your mayor and people who work in your town, they're going to promote you when you do that. Okay, in general, now this is about licenses and permits. So in general, restaurants need health inspections and other licenses. Hairstylists need cosmetology licenses. So your city may require you to apply for a business license regardless of what field you're in. I even called and asked if I had to, and they said, no, I didn't because I'm outside the city limits. And I said, you know what? I'm going to buy one anyway. And if you're renovating a space to sell products or perform services, you may have to ask local officials for a zoning change. So that could happen too. Now, set aside time early on to find out what licenses and permits you need before you can actually open up your doors, okay? I'd rather do that. That way you're not having any surprises. You could have somebody from the town just knocking on your door going, got your business license? They could do that. You could have to shut down until you get it. And, depending on where you live, it could take anywhere between a week and 2 months to get your business license. I know in Charlotte, North Carolina, it took a little bit longer because there's such a big, big city and largest city in North Carolina. So it took me a little bit longer to do that. Okay, let's see. Also, industry associations and local business associations like your Chamber of Commerce may be able to offer advice. If your city has officials who work on economic development issues, they might be able to help you out too. And they're always there really to give you a helping hand. Any town I've ever opened a business in, I've always been a member of the Chamber of Commerce, and then I also knocked on the door of the city manager just to make sure that everything is the way it should be. Number 6, and then we'll go into a commercial break. Number 6 is open a business bank account. You need to do that. Keeping your business and personal finances separate is key to managing your business finances. A business bank account can help, and they're really, really easy to set up. I've got mine right here at Liberty Bank in Geraldine. It's real handy. It's just right up the road from me. And so, and as a matter of fact, they're one of my sponsors. So it's really good to be on board with them as well. Okay, let's go ahead and cut to a commercial break, and we'll be right back in just a few minutes. So hang in there, okay? The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors, and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Let Rhonda at Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC take the burden off you for all your tax needs. I know because Rhonda has been taking care of my business since 2013. I feel Rhonda works for me because she knows the direct questions to ask to better benefit my unique business in order for me to get back the biggest refund possible. Rhonda is an ongoing student, and she knows tax laws are in a constant change every year. Call 256-281-9903 for an appointment to take the dread out of getting your taxes done. Rhonda is located at 11968 U.S. Highway 431 in Boaz. Again, that number is 256-281-9903. And let Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC champion your personal and business taxes.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and my employees and I want to thank each and every one of you for your continued support. With everything going on right now, your rest is so important. That's why we're having the biggest MyPillow sale ever. Not only are my bed pillows as low as $19.98, but you can get the best body pillows ever. Regular $89.98, now only $29.98. Take your rest on the go with our Roll and Go Anywhere MyPillows for only $14.98. And we have our new couch and accent pillows. They aren't just for looks. They have MyPillow's patented adjustable fill that gives you that amazing MyPillow comfort. In this economy, you get the best gifts ever for the best prices ever. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code and you get deep discounts on body, couch, bolster pillows, and so much more, including my original bed pillows for as low as $19.98. Please order now while quantities last.
Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers.
The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462. Good afternoon. We're back. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio. We are your source for news and entertainment. Find us on television, channel 182, in North Alabama on Charter Communications, as well as Abundant Television, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire. We're very proud to be syndicated there. And thanks to Rob Patz for making this happen. You can also check out our podcast, and the website you can go to right there is netnewsnetwork.net. netnewsnetwork.net. Make sure you check it out. Lots of really, really good talk show hosts are on that podcast as well. Okay, number 7, understand your startup financing options. Okay, so most businesses need just a little capital to get started. In general, business loans are not available to businesses that have been operating for less than 6 months, and most online lenders prefer at least a year in business. Startups should look to other financing options. So many business owners may rely on their own savings to get started. You can also look into crowdfunding, personal loans, business grants, and more. Okay, so there's several links there. How do business loans work? Startup business loans, crowdfunding for business, startup business grants, and also funding your business with a personal loan. Now, number 8, get a business credit card. That's what we've done. And now I pay it off before it's due, okay, because I don't want any interest charges at all. Capital One, and it's actually through Walmart. So here's what happens. I don't like going to Walmart. Another one of our sponsors, but I just don't like, I'm not a shopper, period. Unless it comes to going to a thrift store, then I'm all into it. But this is the way this works. So it's Capital One. I can spend it anywhere I want to spend it. I spend it on gasoline, all this kind of stuff. I always get 2% back off my gasoline, by the way, every time I use that card. Also, when I order from Walmart, since I don't like going in the store, I still go ahead and order, and I go pick it up or I have it shipped to my house. Everything I order online from Walmart, 5% back. Okay, now if I go into Walmart store, let's say I just have to, I can't wait, and I have to go in, I get 2% rebate back. So this is what I do. I'll go ahead and pay it off before it's due. That way I'm not paying any kind of interest charges on there. I'm building up a credit, which is really awesome, and I'm getting rebates back. So that's the way to do it. Do it that way. Okay, so get a business card, credit business card to keep your business and personal finances separate, and it can come in handy when purchasing needed supplies and paying your bills if your cash flow is a little bit uneven. I know when we had the Choice Wireless company, and also when we had the internet company. So anytime we got orders from the government, sometimes it would be like 2 or 3 months before they paid. And sometimes you have slow pay customers. And it's the government, that's the way it works. And so we'd have to wait. And so you'd have to use a credit card to buy things that you needed. And of course, pay it off as quick as you possibly can. Those orders were big, but the problem is you had to really, really stay on top of it. Okay, usually you can qualify for a business credit card based on your personal credit score. So these can be a good tool for starting up your business finances. Again, if at all possible, make sure you pay it off, okay, before it's due. No finance charges, because I'm telling you what, those finance charges are really, really high. Okay, choose the right accounting software. And it's essential that you keep records that show how much revenue you're bringing in and how much you're spending. So accounting software can make this process a whole lot easier, and there's a lot of free options out there as well. As the business grows, you may want to start working with a bookkeeper. Now, this person can help ensure the records are complete and accurate, which makes it a lot easier to file your taxes, apply for financing, and much more. So this is what I do for Rhonda Bonds at Rhonda's Elite Tax Services. She said she loves doing my taxes. And I said, why do you like doing mine? She said, because you've got everything on a spreadsheet. If it's on a spreadsheet, you're not going to be hanging out for, and you got, now make sure you got your receipts and everything, okay? And so Rhonda knows I do. Phil keeps up with the receipts. And so when she's doing my taxes, it's just like it's a snap. It only takes a few minutes to do it because I've got everything. And this is another thing, is I use the very same spreadsheet every year. So she's very familiar with it, so she can jump right. She doesn't have to ask me, where are the gas expenses? Where are the paper expenses? Where's printing? She doesn't have to ask, because it's the very, very same spreadsheet every single year. Now, another thing you need to do is protect your business with business insurance. It's important to protect your business, okay, and your personal assets, and business insurance exists just like that. So we recommend that every business carry general liability insurance in case of legal claims or something like that. You may also need insurance to apply with a contract, like to set up a booth in an event, and I've done that before, or work as a subcontractor on a larger project. Now, establish your online presence. I'm making sure that I've got enough time to go through these 15. Okay, I'm doing good. Okay, establish your online presence. Now, an online presence is critical for almost every business, especially if you want to sell products online. Okay, setting up a website and social media profiles early on, even if they're simple, can help you start developing relationships with potential customers right away. Okay, so there are several links right here to websites. Again, this is found on nerdwallet.com. Number 1 is how to build an e-commerce website. Number 8, best e-commerce website builders for small businesses, the do's and the don'ts of using Facebook to drive business sales. Okay, and that's a real important one right there as well. Number 13, figure out how you're going to accept credit card payments. This is going to be really, really picky right here, okay? If your business takes credit and debit cards, you'll likely need a payment processor and a merchant account. If you take payments in person, you'll probably need a point of sale system too. I've got one that I used to use in our business. I don't use it here because, I mean, really, it's sponsors. But every once in a while, sometimes people use, and this is another thing too, you got PayPal, you got all these things that you can use, but just make sure that you're up on how much they charge every month. Sometimes they charge processing fees for everything, so make sure you're really careful about that. Okay, number 14, and this is critical. Everything we say is critical, but this is really critical right here. And this is learn how to hire employees. Remember, they represent you. So if you hire somebody that answers the telephone and they're not friendly, they're not outgoing, they're the first person who greets your customers, and they're not pleasant, they act like you're bothering them, you're not going to have much of a business, because that word's going to get around. What people are going to say is, oh my goodness, she acted like she didn't even notice me when I came in the door. You never, ever, ever, can I say this? You never, ever, ever, ever want anyone to think they're not welcome coming into your business, okay? I used to fire people for that on the spot. If I found out from one of my customers that someone was rude to my customers, that one of my employees was rude, they were out the door that day. I did not put up with that. Again, it reflects on you, even though you're a nice person. It's going to be that Jackie Sue's employee was rude to me, so I'm not going back. And that word spreads like wildfire. Learn how to hire people. You may not need employees right away, but some small business owners prefer to remain by themselves throughout life of their business. But if you do choose to hire, you probably need workman's compensation insurance, payroll software, and more. And then there are several links that you can choose from there. Okay, and let's talk about this just for a minute. Get ready to hire your first employee. You can prep with these steps, and there's a link right here. And this website is a really good one now. It's nerdwallet.com. Nerdwallet.com. Another link is how to choose the right payroll software. You've got to have the right payroll software. And what is workman's compensation insurance? You got to know all these things now. Number 15, and this is another good one, get financing to grow your business if you get to that point. Now, once you've been in business for 6 to 12 months, you may start qualifying for business loans. I get them all the time. You can qualify for blah, 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 blah kind of business loans. And be really careful there, okay, because there are shysters all around. They're going to try to trip you up and get you money. So you may qualify for these loans. Financing can help your business grow and expand by adding equipment, renovating an office, or expanding your inventory. For instance, float you through a slow season while you prepare for increased future revenue. And then let me tell you what this is. It says, here's what you need to know about business loans, lines of credit, and other financing options. So the number one, here's a link. Again, that's nerdwallet.com. Nerdwallet.com. Okay, so there's a link that says how to get a business loan, small business loans, compare financing and apply, and SBA loans, what they are and how to qualify. And the SBA, Small Business Administration, was always helpful to me when I had my internet business as well as when I had my cell phone company. And so they were just really huge. So I worked really, really close with Tom Tote. And Tom used to be the president of the Chamber of Commerce, Calhoun County Chamber of Commerce. He and I were really good friends. And so now he's working with the Small Business Administration. And so it's always good to have somebody like that you've grown in business and they've grown in business with as well. And they're just kind of, they like to watch you grow, And so I just highly encourage you to go to your local Chamber of Commerce and join. And then you also want to go with the Small Business Administration as well. But now check out this website because there's all kinds of juicy, really good information out there for you. And again, that's nerdwallet.com. And this is 15 of them, how to start a business in 15 steps. If you'll adhere to these and you go along with this and really, really look at what's out there, you'll find there's free information for you as well. You got to pay for some of it, but there's a lot of free. And again, grow in steps, okay? You can't go buy, get the best furniture in the world when you're just starting a business. You can't do that. All kinds of places out there you can buy furniture and used equipment as well. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. And you can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, as well as Abundant Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire. Thank you, Rob, for making that happen. And also, check out the podcast. It's netnewsnetwork.net. That's a mouthful, isn't it? netnewsnetwork.net. And I'm on there, but you'll also find some really super awesome hosts out there as well. Thank you again so much for watching, and you're the apple of my eye. Got any ideas for shows? All you gotta do is send me an email, Donna@donnasedge.net. Donna@donnasedge.net. You take care. Look forward to seeing you at the next show.